Hair, stay tuned. So you're gonna need a round brush, paddle brush, diamond brush, blow dryer, heat protectant. So here I am going in with the Kenra clarifying shampoo. I'm gonna lather this on her scalp, make sure her scalp is all squeaky clean, because I did just take her hair down. Her hair was up for about 2 weeks, so it was time for me to wash her hair really good. Make sure I scrub that scalp. I'm just going to rinse that Kenra shampoo out, and then I'm also going to go in with my Design Essentials Honey and Cream shampoo. Absolutely love the shampoo. It's very moisturizing, very hydrating. You definitely feel it on your scalp, because the Kenra does strip your scalp to be squeaky clean. Here I am using the almond butter conditioner by Design Essentials as well. This conditioner, I do focus it mainly on the ends of her hair, because the ends are the oldest part of your hair. You always want to make sure that you focus the conditioner on the ends of your hair all the way up to the mid shaft, not so much on your scalp, because you don't want product buildup on your scalp and you don't want anything to clog those pores up. So I'm just making sure I massage and get onto every strand. Now this is her. She doesn't like this part at all, hence her face. I do recommend you rinse out conditioner with cold water. Cold water locks in moisture, and that way your hair stays hydrated. Here I'm just squeezing all of the excess water out of her hair before I begin to towel dry it. And here we are, getting ready for the blow drying process. I am going to go in with my Kenra Platinum Heat Protectant Spray. I am also going to go in with my Design Essentials. Now this is a silkening oil. I like to use it as another heat protectant as well. It's very thick, but once you lather it on, once you rub your hands together, it is very light, and a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot of this, guys, trust me. Now I am going to go in with blow drying her hair. I do like to use my Denman brush first to make sure that I get her hair as straight, well, not necessarily as straight as I can get it, but I just want to make sure that I get every strand blow dried out accordingly. And then I also want to make sure that her hair has been detangled and everything, so I'm just going in with this Denman brush. Now I am going to go in on a warm setting on my blow dryer and make sure I get her ends, because I am going to go in and I am going to trim her hair because she's overdue for a trim. So I am going to just go ahead and do that. Look at that.
My hair is hot, Mama. Are you going to keep it smooth? Wow. Mama, I look beautiful. Look at me. I look beautiful.
I speak affirmations into my baby. So she tells herself every single day that she is beautiful, and I compliment her every day, all day long. So here I am going to go in with her trim. Now you guys may not see it clearly on the camera, but her ends aren't bad, but she is due for a trim. So I'm taking off maybe less than a half of an inch off. Like I said, on camera it doesn't look like she needs a trim, but I am just gonna get rid of some of these little scraggly ends off of here. That way her hair can continue to flourish and grow. About 2 years ago, my baby, she cut the front of her hair, and I had to go in and make things even, since I am a cosmetologist licensed. I went in to make her hair even, and as moms, or as parents in general, you're like, your worst nightmare, well, one of your worst nightmares is your kid coming home with the front of her haircut or his haircut, and you're like, what in the world? Yeah. And they always say, oh, well, your kids will use safety scissors. Safety scissors, they're the worst also. Because they both cut. So yeah, I am just going in and I'm trimming it, and you guys will see the front where her hair is short at, and that's the part where she cut at, and I had to go in and make it even. So we're just trying to grow that back out. Now, I do like to cut her hair when it's blown out. I don't straighten my baby's hair because we do like to rock her natural curls. I am all about making sure that my baby loves her curls. I have flat ironed her hair before when I did a silk press on her hair, but I also like to make sure that my baby loves and embraces her curls because that is who she is. Her hair does not define her, but I do like to make sure that she does love her hair and she embraces her hair, because I know, like, being a curly girl, it is hard for us to love our hair because we see so many different hair types, Brazilian hair, all that kind of stuff. And I just want to make sure that my baby loves her hair. I just definitely want to make sure that she loves her hair. And I also encourage her that she is beautiful with or without hair. So when she cut her hair, she wasn't, she didn't really care. She just said that she didn't want hair in her face. And here she's ready for her hair to come out of her face. And not to mention my baby, she is 5 years old and she sits here like a big girl and she gets her hair done. I don't really have to say too much to her to get her hair done. Now, she does want to get down and go play with her siblings, but she can't do that right now. I do tell her to be as still as possible when trimming her hair, because trimming your hair, as soon as that client moves, that's it. Those shears are pretty sharp, and always make sure that you're using shears to trim hair, not kitchen scissors or safety scissors for that matter. Now I am going to go in here, and I'm not going to give her too many layers because we are trying to have her hair all at one length, grow it out eventually all at one length. Now this part here, I am using my rose water and my Jamaican black castor oil. I am going to mix these two oils together, and I am going to give my daughter a scalp massage. Now, scalp massages are very, 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 very important. I scalp massage all of my clients' hair before I do braids because, this is, once they have those braids up, this is all that your clients are going to have. That's going to be visible is the scalp. So you want to make sure that scalp is definitely massaged. I am going in with my Shine and Jam to make sure that those parts are clean and crisp, because nobody wants any jagged parts. Let me bring you guys in a little bit closer, my beautiful baby. So I'm just going to go in and make sure that part is more defined with my Shine and Jam. I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer so you can see. So this is what I mean by you want your parts to be defined. And the Shine and Jam, you don't need a lot of it. I do see a lot of braiders that use a ton of the Shine and Jam. Me personally, I like to just use it to just define my parts. I have been braiding for years, so I'm pretty good about product, and if I am going to be using hair, adding hair in. For this scenario, I am not adding hair to her hair. I am just going to do her hair naturally because she is going to be going with her Gigi and her aunt to go have fun these next couple of days. So I just want to make sure that her hair is braided up instead of out, because that is going to be a lot, and her next wash day will not be until Sunday. So I always like to make sure that her her wash days are on Sundays as well. And I am a huge perfectionist, and it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, because I can stay on a part if it's not to my liking for a very, very long time. So yeah, definitely a lot of takes with this one. Yeah, and I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off these partings. And I also tell me if you guys do this. I like to go on Pinterest to get like some kind of like kid style ideas, because I see a lot of, you know, kids like rocking like adult hairstyles, I guess you can say. Me, I want my baby to remain a kid, so I'm all for, you know, the butterfly clips, the butterfly pins, like the material butterfly pins. I also like the barrettes, the knockers. I even have like these little puff balls, scrunchies, like, oh my gosh, beads. We do it all. And even like hair accessories. We do that. But I like to make sure that, you know, she's still rocking age appropriate hairstyles for her age. I don't want my baby to look any older than what she is. She's a kid. She's only 5, you know, so it's very important. So I like to go through Pinterest and like find like different ideas. And I do like to recreate some ideas to see what I can do myself. I do like to challenge myself with like these different hairstyles and all that kind of stuff. But this one, I was like, girl, let's just do this. Let's do something different, something quick. And as you can see, she was talking to her brother. He absolutely loves his sister so much. Like inseparable. A lot of people always ask if they are twins, because they are always together, and they are definitely not. And also their names are really, really close together. So, no, they're not twins. They are siblings. She's older and he's younger, of course. So I'm just making sure that that part is nice and neat. I'm just going to pin this hair back, and then I'm going to go in and move her baby hairs out the way. Separate those. That way we can get ready for the braiding process. I'm just going to make sure that this part is straight here. And I am doing 4 braids on her hair. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of techniques that you can do or that you can use. You can try them yourself. I know with like first time braiders, you can try it out. It may be easier for you if you try this one method. I'm not for certain. I tried it, and yeah, you're going to see. I know it's really cool if you do if you're doing feed-in braids, but me personally, I've been using my pinkies for quite some time, so that actually just helps me a lot. So here I am just smoothing in some of the Shine and Jam, because like I said, I don't want any flyaways. I don't like flyaways at all. I like the nice, clean, sleek look. So I'm just gonna, put a little Shine and Jam there. And just make sure I smooth it on out. And make sure I have every hair that is going into that section that is all gathered there. And make sure I'm not taking in any baby hairs into that. So this is the part that I was talking about. I see some professional braiders that do this technique. I also see some beginners. So this technique is beginner friendly. So what you're going to do, so if you want to do stitch braids, you want to section the hair off. I like to do, left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right, down that strand. That way it's easier. That way when you start braiding, you have your section that you're going to pick up next. So here I should have gotten a little bit closer so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing with that, but this will do here. So what I'm doing is, I'm left-handed, so I go with my right hand under, and while I'm doing that, I don't pick up any hair at that moment, but I go right hand under, and then I go left hand under. When I go left hand under, I grab my next section of hair. Once I go, and then I take the hair that's on top and I take that under. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll have to show you guys a better video. And then I gather hair that way, and I just continue to repeat that process all the way down. And in the beginning, you don't want to rush. You want to make sure that you're taking your time with it, because with braiding, it does take a lot of practice and patience, and you have to take your time. And it doesn't you won't become good at it overnight. It does take time. I've been doing hair for years now, since I was in 6th grade. I've been doing my own hair, and it's just because I got tired of going to go get my hair braided every 2 weeks. So I was just like, oh, let me see if I can do it. So I would take down my braids, and then I would try to rebraid them. Now, they weren't the best looking braids, you know what I mean? But I was able to do it and get it done. And it took some time for me to learn how to do that myself. So you just want to make sure to just take your time with braiding. The more practice you do, the more patience you have, the better that you will get at it. You will become frustrated because you want the braids to look a certain way. Just take your time. I promise you, you'll get it. You'll get it. So I already have one braid done. So the first method I showed you was with the end of the rat tail comb, where you use the metal piece to section off the hair. So I'm going to use my pinkies, not the end of the rat tail comb. And you're going to see the difference. So I do use the same method that I used on the first braid. The only difference is that I'm using my pinkies instead. So I'll make sure that I'm just grabbing each section and taking my time throughout that braid. And as you can see, I'm not hurting her. She just sits there like a big girl. She's over it. She is fighting her nap. She does take naps. She is fighting it. And I want to say this time it was like 2, and she takes a nap around 11. So she was definitely fighting her nap, and her brothers were definitely taking theirs. So she was definitely fighting that nap. And I'm sorry, I'm out of frame for you guys to see what I'm doing. Like I said, she was laying her head down. She was sleepy. And I have 2 braids done. So look at that. Let me take you guys in so you can see it. Sorry, it's my air freshener. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see that braid. Now, as you can see, there is a difference. The parts are a lot smaller than the other one. So here I am going to begin my pattern with this braiding method. So I just split the hair in 2 in the back. So I'm still working with these same 2 braids, making sure that there are no flyaways. Again, I'm just going to repeat that same process that I did at the top. I'm going to do it in the back. Now, the only difference is that with this section, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to start my design. So using the braid on the left, I'm going to take a section of hair because I want that left braid to cross over onto the right side. So I'm just going to repeat the same stitch braid, but now I'm going to the right. And I'm just taking some hair at a time. Just gonna get that done. Cross that over. And oh my goodness, guys, when I was younger, I love freestyling hair. I don't know what it was about it. It was just like when I would be braiding hair, I would love freestyling hair, like creating my own little unique designs, putting like spins on designs. Now when I do them, I mean, I'm still really good at doing designs, of course. But now it's like I don't have to section the hair off on the design that I want to do, if that makes sense. So like I don't have to so say for example, if I want to do a zigzag, I don't have to part the hair, braid, and then part to like make a zigzag. I don't have to do that anymore because I've done it for so long. So it just comes naturally now. But for video purposes, I wanted to make sure that I show you guys like what I'm doing. I do get a lot of people who ask me all the time, like, how do I do her hair? How does she sit still for it? And the best answer I can say for this is that when kids get their hair braided, you have to have patience. Because they do move around a lot. They get antsy, you guys. They are kids. They get antsy. They don't want to sit still. They don't want to sit there for too long. They want to go. They want to run around and play. So for me, what I do is I like to make sure I'm talking to her, like engaging with her, talking to her about like things that she likes, things that she doesn't like, different hairstyles she likes, like what hair accessories she wants on her hair. She talks to me about school, just making sure that I engage with her to make sure that the process does go by faster for her. It does go by faster for me also, because I don't have to constantly like try to find different ways to get her attention or. Now I do see that there are a lot of people who use like tablets and phones and stuff, but me, no. Because once that tablet dies, then you still got to go back and get the charger and all of that kind of stuff. And I have 4 kids, so my kids, they would be fighting over it. So it's best that I don't give one a tablet or my phone, because they will be fighting over it. Now she does have a Game Boy, but like I said, they will fight over it. I have 4 kids and 1 Game Boy, and they would literally fight over it. So it's not worth it. So yeah, I just like to make sure that I'm talking to her, engaging with her, just letting her know that she is beautiful and that she's amazing. And she does tell me all the time that she wants to do hair like me. So I am gonna get her a mannequin doll. That way she can like practice, and maybe that'll be some content that we can record for you guys, so you guys can if you want, you guys can subscribe and follow, and don't forget to hit the comment button below to make sure that I'll engage with you guys also, and I also want to make sure let you guys know that this is a negative free space, my apologies, a negative free space where we can all come together as a community, we can laugh, we can talk, like I said, I am a licensed cosmetologist. So if you have any questions like products, like if you want to know what works best for dry hair, or if you have high porosity hair, low porosity hair, things of that nature, if you have damaged hair, how often you should do trims, things like that, please don't hesitate to comment down below. Like I said, I will respond, you guys. I definitely will respond. And there we go, a little space bun, miniature space bun. So the same thing that I did on the left side, I am going to repeat that same process on the right side, just making sure everything is smoothed down. Yeah, so we're going to repeat that process. So here you can see, I guess you can get kind of a better angle. Excuse our groceries, we barbecued, so yum, it's gonna be really good. My fiance made some fajitas for dinner, and she was looking at her hair because she was so excited. She was ready for it to be done. And I had also told her that we were gonna have a sundae after dinner, so she was really excited and looking forward to that one. So she couldn't wait for her hair to be done, and then she still wanted to go back in a room with her brothers as usual because they are her best friend. Is Sissy your best friend? Yeah, it's your best friend. I have her brother right here. One of her brothers was right here. And so at that moment I did put some shining jam on my hand. Now I know you guys are probably like, where is that braiding wrist, the wrist thing that that you put the shining jam on or the edge control on, that way it's not on your wrist. Funny thing is, I had 3 and my kids liked them, and yeah, haven't seen them since. I honestly think one of my dogs chewed them up. Yeah, I think one of my dogs chewed them up. So I'm just almost finished here with that braid. And I also I don't really like to use rubber bands, which is why as you can see that I didn't put that rubber band on. You're gonna see that I don't put the rubber band on tightly because I don't like rubber bands. Rubber bands cause breakage, and you don't want any breakage to your hair. So I always tell my clients, like, oh, we're not gonna use rubber bands. You can use scrunchies, but make sure that your scrunchie isn't as tight on your hair. You just want to make sure that you're taking care of your hair, you guys. So like I said, I'm just repeating that same process that I did on the left. I'm doing it to the right. And I am still using my pinkies and no longer the comb. I only use the comb when I want to section off like that one first piece of strand of hair. I've always done it that way. So it's a habit. It has definitely stuck. So here you can see what I was talking about. So I braid the hair first, and then I go right, grab some hair, go left, grab some hair, take that top hair under, and I repeat that process all over again. If you guys want an in-depth braiding video, like, let me know. Let me know. I do plan on doing some makeup tutorial, not makeup tutorials because I'm not an MUA, but I can try. Yeah, I can definitely try with the makeup. But I also can do like some cooking videos, some vlogs, day in the life with me, some get ready videos. Yeah. And a lot of people always tell me like, hey, you should do TikTok. And nothing against TikTok. It's just that 3 minutes for me isn't enough. Being realistically, it's just 3 minutes is not enough. I have a lot of things that I do. So I just want to make sure that I capture each and every moment. And I also want to just take you guys on this journey with me, And here I am putting that rubber band on her hair because I am finished. So I'm only going to take this rubber band around, I want to say 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. And then I wrap her hair around that rubber band. And then I put another rubber band on there to just, hold that hair down. And she is making these faces. And I did not even know this until I started editing this video, which is so funny. So I am going in with the Eben edge control. This is my favorite edge control. It's a 24-hour hold. Best edge control. Love it. Now, the only thing that I wish that they've done different, I haven't found an edge control that doesn't turn white, but these edge controls turn white, and I haven't found one that hasn't. I've tried Edge Booster. I really don't like Edge Booster. Now it has a really nice smell to it, but I don't really care too much for Edge Booster just because it does turn white. Even turns white, but you can combat it with like a hairspray. You can put a little bit of hairspray. Don't spray directly, because let me tell you something. Fun fact, you guys, when you use hairspray, when you spray close up, you're spraying alcohol on your hair. Okay, for one, you're spraying alcohol on your hair, and you're not getting the full potential of that hairspray. So when you spray hairspray, you want to spray about 8 inches away from your hair, 6 to 8 inches away from your hair, from the area that you're spraying in. Because, like I said, you're spraying alcohol on your hair, and it's going to take a long time for that to lock, and you're going to take away the shine from your hair. So you always want to make sure that you're spraying about 6 to 8 inches away from your hair. And look at them edges, y'all. She loves when I do her edges. It's so funny because every morning she'll be like, "Mommy, are you going to do my edges? Can you lay my edges?" That's what Sissy says, huh? Yeah. She says it all the time. Yeah, my boys know. And at this moment, I was definitely thinking like, dang, maybe I should put like some little rhinestones in her hair, you know, where her baby hairs are. But I was like, nah, we're not gonna do that. So here's the hairspray that I'm using. It's called Kenra Platinum. It's glass, and it smells so amazing. And here's the finished product, you guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.